What is free will? It's your right to do whatever the hell you want, even if it's a terrible idea. So what did I decide to do with my free will? Well, I made this monstrosity. This is my ROG Ally 2DS. I'ma be honest, is this just an ROG Ally with a screen tacked on top of it? Yes. But hey, it plays Mario, and technically any 3DS game that you'd like, just without the 3D, pretty well. I designed it, 3D printed it, and assembled the whole thing myself. With one exception, which I'll get into later in this video. This is how it looks like at the back. It can tilt, the wire is hidden, only one cable to power this whole thing. Looks ridiculous, does it not? It's not just cosmetic, it works too, and you can use the touchscreen as well. And the resolution is upscaled, so this is great. It's heavy though. Ugh. Let me walk you through the whole process. I made this channel cause I was just a little bored. Please subscribe, there's a whole world that we can all explore. We're all born minds to think alive. We're all born minds to think alive. Yeah. I got inspiration from YouTubers like DNA Mobile Gaming for their ROG Ally DS type projects. Major props to them. Also, I believe Retroid is coming up with a similar product. I just wanted to do something different, and although it's not practical, let's be honest, I still think it's a lot of fun. These days, I have more fun doing odd shit like this than just playing video games. Anywho, the plan is to design a mounting system on the ROG Ally so I can stick the portable monitor on top. Yes, this is top heavy, so securing everything is priority number 1. For some context, I bought my 3D printer on a whim, thinking it was cool, but only ever printed stuff from Thingiverse, and quickly got bored. Bruh. This was the perfect excuse to dust it off and actually use it again. But as you'll see, I had a tough time designing this thing, mostly because I have no clue how to make anything in Fusion 360. I also took some inspiration from Mechanism, the company who makes gaming pillows and mounts for PC handhelds. I really like having a main mount which allows for attachments such as a Vesa mount, for example. Also, I just wanted a mount to fit my ROG Ally snugly, even with a kill switch case. Some things at the back of my mind. I really wanted to minimize printing duds, so it took hours to get the measurements right. Speaking of measurements, I didn't even have a caliper at first. No bullshit. I used a tape measure. Then I found a metal ruler in my toolkit. Still not as accurate as a caliper though. This is the first iteration. It broke off. The hooks broke off. And I also cut the long bar here. Here's the second iteration. Oh, still looks like a robot. Like a zombie robot. This is the 75 by 75 Vesa mount that will attach to my monitor. I'm going to be using these smaller ones here. And then this is the smaller one to attach to my mount. It's going to be like that. And it can tilt. Gonna need 4 M4 screws, a nut and a bolt, and some zip ties. A couple of hours and some Fusion 360 tutorials later, I learned the sketch and extrude tools. To hell with everything else. The first prototype looked okay, but it had a bar in between the legs that would get in the way in the kickstand. So for my second try, longer, thicker legs, I removed the bar. I didn't print this long enough to have some space for the Vesa mount to attach, so I printed another separate piece here. And I forgot to add holes. Sorry for the dirty carpet, guys. Here's another piece. I made a mark here. And then this is a separate piece that I 3D printed. I did not want to 3D print another big one because it takes too much filament. Join these two with a piece that attaches to the Vesa mount. So let's just align it here carefully. Oh. So I removed all that shit here. This is like a few hours later. I bought some zip ties. I broke this piece here. Ignore the leg. Moving on to our third and hopefully final try, I made the legs even thicker, claws beefier, and made the whole thing longer with holes this time. Not really holes, but more like rectangles, but it'll work. It's only for the zip ties anyways. I'm sure it's gonna work. Okay, not so fun fact, I ran out of ink mid-print. I paused it and I was so mad because Amazon would deliver the next day and I needed to print it right now. So I took my butt to Best Buy, Bought some very expensive PLA filament by Bamboo Lab, which was $25. At this point, I was fuming. Oh my god, you should have seen my face. Here's a quick unboxing, I guess, and I'm having a hard time removing it from the plastic. What's wrong with me? Out with the old, and in with the new. Let's feed this filament through the tube here. Oh Jesus, I feel like I should blur this out or something. I unpaused it and the nozzle dragged it all the way to the side. 20 long and annoying hours later, here is our new version 3 prototype. I put it on off cam, but here it is! Wow, it's so sturdy, look. But the bottom base unfortunately fell off or broke off, and I had to nail them shut with a super rusty hammer too. Vesa mount, our zip ties of choice. Just put the ugly bits at the back, no one will notice. Or screws, and our nut and bolt. Let's quickly attach this. I'm so excited to play games, man. I used 2 small wrenches to really tighten it. This project made me realize that 3D printing is not for me. You really need to have the patience of a saint and the mind of a tinker to enjoy this hobby. And unfortunately, I don't have any of those qualities. But here it is in the flesh. What do you guys think? It's not that bad, right? What's the point of doing all of this if we're not gonna test it? So I'm using Citra stubbornly, even if there are better 3DS emulators. I'm not telling you where to get games, okay? By the way, Nintendo, I own this game, don't haunt me. Let's play some Super Mario World and other games. And as you can see, we still keep the touch functionality because the ROG Ally is a touchscreen anyways. And now, not only can you play 3DS games, you can also play WiiU games, with a slight caveat. I'm running Breath of the Wild here. I'm not gonna lie, it's still tough to run. And if you want to I don't know how the touchscreen works. There must be a setting, but if we swap to desktop mode and click, you can swap it. It's janky, I know, but it works. So going back to Citra, let's play a little bit of Link Between Worlds. This is so cool, guys. But I'd like to talk about the elephant in the room. This thing is heavy. Forearm curls, anyone? It looks ridiculous, but damn it, I love it. Also, if you're interested, this is a portable monitor that I've reviewed in the past. It's from UPERFECT. It's OLED. That's why, as you can see, it's so beautiful. And it's practically one of the lightest portable monitors out there. That's why this can technically work. And technically, you can just watch YouTube videos while, playing games here on the smaller screen. That can work too. Nobody's stopping you. Hello, Russ. So there you have it, folks. That's the complete process of making my ROG Ally 2DS. It's my first time documenting a process this thoroughly. I do hope you stuck around. By the way, this project took over a week to film, to prepare, to plan, to edit. After 3 mount attempts, 2 Vesa prints, 500 grams of PLA filament, 60 hours of printing, and me inhaling plastic fumes, I finally got a decent enough prototype with a few more tweaks, especially this part. I have to make this adjustable because I nailed this shut. So I'm gonna have a hard time removing this, but that's work for another day. So if you appreciate my hard work, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Actually, I have a playlist of all the DIY 3DSs that I made over the past 2 years, so please check it out if you're interested. Let me know what other projects to do. That's all for today's video. This is Board Minds Think Alike. See you in the next video. Bye.